All right, Nugget. All right, I'm gonna get your little atlas if you let me. All right, shh. Okay, shh. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Got it anyway, even though you're biting me, even though you're crazy, I still got your atlas. All right.
Animal Rescue ARRUS was founded in 2007 by my partner, Christina Chavis, and we have been in the rescue business ever since. Animal Rescue ARRUS is an organization that really doesn't turn away dogs. If we're able to help, we will. We take a lot of special needs. We take seniors, we take nursing moms, we take families, and we really try not to say no if we don't have to. So if someone wanted to make a monetary donation, they can go to our website and there is a secure link there.
Nugget was rescued by a woman named Stacy Jordan out of Southern Paws Rescue out of Alabama. Stacy got a call stating that a puppy was severely injured in an abusive home. With backup from local authorities, Stacy and the task force entered the owner's home and forced him to surrender Nugget. The original owner was a meth addict, and he had beaten Nugget nearly to death. Stacy drove Nugget all the way to New Jersey and handed her off to Jennifer and Christina because they specialize in rescues with extreme medical challenges. A vet examined Nugget on her arrival, and it was confirmed that Nugget has brain damage. The left eye is blind, and the left jaw was broken from the beatings. The vet also said that Nugget did not have to be euthanized, because Nugget is currently not in pain, and she's enjoying life and can give and receive love. Jennifer decided to keep Nugget. I got to work on Nugget 1 week after her arrival in New Jersey. I fell in love at first sight. Hi, Nugget. Hi, Marvin. Oh, through the legs. It's a favorite move. All right, let me have a Nugget treat for Nugget.
Here, break these so that they're small.
Okay. Here, Nugget. No, not you. Notice Nugget's eating out of my hand and not biting me or growling. Okay, so that's not aggression, that's just munchies, having the munchies. Now, this is a puppy with a lot of energy. And I think you can hear there's no growling. Let's do one more. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, that's gone. All right, that's enough for now. Come here, Nugget. You're Neutron, not Nugget. Nugget, come here. Nugget. Nugget, you're not really showing off your fantastic running skills today. All right, now you're all wet. All right, let's bring you inside, or maybe we should adjust Nugget outside.
Whatever you want.
Wow.
The train's gonna go by, it's gonna be very loud.
All right, maybe we should go inside, just so Nugget calms down a little bit. So now here I'm gonna bring Nugget inside. Okay. Ready, Nugget? We're gonna go inside. So here we're back with Nugget for Nugget's 5th treatment. And even though we posted Nugget's treatment 2 weeks ago, how old is Nugget now?
So Nugget is 21 weeks old. So she's a little over 5 months. And you can see she keeps
5
growing.
months. Yeah, she's getting big. And what else do we know about Nugget? So she has a wheelchair coming up soon.
Yep, so Nugget has her wheelchair on the way. It's currently in transit, so I'm hoping that it still fits her, actually, because when we ordered it, she was a lot smaller. But the really good things are happening with Nugget. So we are starting to transition to housebreaking. So, you know, every time we come, we're always working on new things with her, and now it's housebreaking.
Okay. And remember, here, up at me for a second. So what I was telling people, whether you have a special needs human child or a puppy or any type of living person, creature, or critter, in your case, you're like a little critter, the learning process is just so slow because they're called special needs, right? And so Nugget is that way. Nugget's making little progress, but so far eating much better with not guarding so much, not growling, making little progress on little things, getting stronger. Nugget's clearly not in pain. No. You're doing such great work. You're also getting Nugget to drink out of a bowl and for water and food. And I'm going to start looking at you because you're all hyped out.
She's very hyper
All right, one more time. Let the legs fall. Good job, Nugget. That's the Lion King position. I don't even know if this is important to do. I just like doing it. All right, so let's check. Wow, something's never changed, right? You're just crazy. All right, stop biting me. All right, Nugget. All right, I'm gonna get your little atlas if you let me. All right, shh. Okay, shh. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Got it anyway, even though you're biting me, even though you're crazy, I still got your atlas. All right. So one of the things we want to look at is Nugget's left front limb today. Man, you're making me look bad today. Okay, relax. All right. So I'm digging under the left shoulder. And I'm on a spot now. And I'm working right on that left shoulder. Come up at me sometimes too. My fingers are under the shoulder, giving it space. I'm on a super tight muscle. Now I'm working my fingertips into the pectoralis muscle because the pectoralis muscle controls some of the adduction and abduction. Not so much the abduction, but if her left limb is too abducted or out, which I can't demonstrate or I'll lose my spot, and the pec draws that limb in, and it's super tight on this side. So I'm on this crazy trigger point, and notice that Nugget calmed down now that I'm on a good spot. And we just have to, let's all take a breath right now. I have to take a breath because animals will sense my tension. Now you might ask, well, why am I tense? Well, I'm tense because I just got bit 87 times in the last 2 minutes. I don't know if anybody noticed that. By you. Didn't hurt. It's puppy biting. And I'm still on this point. So I'm on the pec minor, pectoralis minor. My other fingers are on the pec major. Now I'm rolling into the front deltoid. And I'm just going to work on this a little bit. And again, this is a process. It's not a one-day procedure. And both Jennifer and I are committed to just working with all the dogs, but Nugget, I'm going to try to work with Nugget about twice a month at this point. And, you know, Nugget's going to... The main thing is Nugget has a happy home. I mean, Nugget is... They decided that they're not going to euthanize Nugget. They're going to keep Nugget. Jennifer's keeping Nugget, right? Mm-hmm. And Nugget is going to live in a loving family where she doesn't get beaten up, where everybody loves her. And the other dogs are nice too. And I'm still on that spot. I'm still inside her, almost inside, under her arm, in her rib cage. There's also my other hand, my right hand now, is on the serratus ventralis, so the ventral side of the serratus, and that also helps control the front limbs, helps weight bearing, stabilization of the front limbs, helps push out the shoulder. So I'm working several spots at the same time. You can't really see that, but if I let go, she's gonna go nuts. So I'm not gonna let go yet. And I'm working these muscles. I'm digging in. I'm putting pressure points into them. And there's another bad spot. Sorry, little nugs. Sorry, little nugs. But you see the difference. When I started, I couldn't even hold on to her. And now I'm on these really cool spots for her, these reflex points. And as I work into them, her sympathetic nervous system, which was dominant and firing like crazy, is now taking a little bit of a backseat to the parasympathetic nervous system, which is more of your healing, relaxation, recovery part of the nervous system. I'm still digging in. I'm digging in almost harder than I think I should, but she's not flinching, so I'm gonna just do it. And the reason why I think it's harder than I think I should is normally I wouldn't even push this hard, but it's working. And I have to just be patient and breathe. Take a breath, Nugs. Good. Big breath in. And relax. So I'm on the front whole. I have one finger in her armpit. I have one digging into the pet really deep. And I'm also trying to create room so my two hands, my left hand and right hand, are tractioning apart from each other, pulling apart. And that's the tender spot. Sorry about that. You're such a good little girl. And breathing. And breathing. Okay, here's another bad spot. Okay, you can sit on my lap if you want. She just took a breath. Did you see that? We're both working really well. So we'll see what happens. You know, we're gonna just keep working on. Do you wanna lick me a little bit? I think it's time. I've been doing this for a long time. My arms are cramping a little bit. I could use a kiss now and then to keep me going. Well, maybe not inside the mouth. It doesn't have to be inside the mouth to qualify as a kiss. An outside kiss still helps, but the inside of the mouth is a little too much for me. Okay. The eyeball is good. I like the eyeball kiss. I'm still holding these points. They're so tight. So there's contracted and then there's contracture. So contracted is like I contract my bicep. But a contracture is when you're in the state of contraction so long it's kind of stuck that way. And you'll see that sometimes with people that have different types of palsy, cerebral palsy, some type of neuromuscular deficit where their arm is constantly cramped or their fingers are always curled up. And no matter how hard you try to pry those muscles open, they stay contracted in a state of contracture. And she's got a little bit of that I'm working into. Now I'm getting that left shoulder to drop. There it goes. It's dropping now. I'm letting it go. Letting it go. And another breath. Another breath. And blow it out. Kisses time. It's been every 2 minutes I need more kisses. All right? That's what I work for, because I don't charge you anything. So at least I get kisses for my payment. Someone was asking me, I volunteer, I'm not doing this for money. You know why? Because Nugget doesn't have any money. But Nugget, if you had money, would you pay me? No, probably not. All right, Nugget, a lot of kisses. Getting the shoulder to come down. Now watch this. Look at that left shoulder. Now the right one's up because my arm is there. let's let them both fall. Okay. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? So let me just check the posterior aspect. Okay. Okay. All right, let me tuck your little legs under. Let me come down your back. Okay. I'm on the left part of the pelvis at the sacral base, posterior left. Here we go. Sorry, Nugs. Got it. And then I also want to check your little TMJ today, and then we're probably going to finish on that, okay? Here it goes. 1, 2, 3. Got it. All right. Wow, your head is so big. Okay, shoot over my shoulder now. What does that feel like? What does that feel like? Okay. All right, I think we're finishing now. Okay, let's get you to calm down one more time. Let's let you calm down. So we'll see if her left leg shoots out so much. Okay. Now, what did you notice about, oh, we also have her reflux point.
Yes. So I'm not sure if you want to do that.
Yeah, come in close and kind of kneel next to me for a minute. Tell about that point. So what's been happening with Nugget, and then why did we do the point? You'll have to watch the previous video, but just recap so everybody knows.
So I don't know the cause of it, but Nugget does have some reflux. So when we first got her, up until actually very recently, she was vomiting or she was spitting up. So she would spit up when she got excited, sometimes just after eating, and sometimes it just happened like out of nowhere. And the last time you adjusted her, you worked on her gut with the Doug Tug.
I did the Doug Tug, okay.
Yes.
So we might do one more Doug Tug today.
Yes. And since that time, we've seen definitely a decrease in all of that.
So here's the leg. All right, I got the leg pretty good today. So we're gonna move on from the leg, Nugget. We're gonna move into the hiatal hernia reflex. Okay, and it's right here. It's gonna stir up till I get it to a good spot. She'll calm down. So I'm up in that little digestion reflex. My finger's pushing in deep. I'm holding that reflex, and she's going to go into like a little trance while I do this. I should never predict, because when I predict, she does the opposite. But I have a really good spot. Look at her left leg hanging. And this is kind of like, I mean, on people when I do this, it's a hiatal hernia reflex, but she's got something similar. And so I'm pushing in deep. I'm in up to my second knuckle of my index finger on my right hand. And there's one finger at a time. And I'm holding that reflex. And then at the very end, I'm going to do a Doug Tug, which I just named after myself on the last video, because I felt like doing something special for me, because everybody's giving you all the attention. And I tugged back on that and just kind of trigger the valve, the muscular valve, to just not be in spasm all the time. I know this, for many of you, this might be boring. Leave a comment, say, you just bored me on this video, but know that this is the work. I mean, the work is slow. I mean, imagine getting a massage, just a massage, and they're, rushing through every point. So I'm on a really bad spot, and you saw results, right?
Yeah.
What did you notice?
So since the last time we saw you about 2 weeks ago, and since that time, I would say I've only had 1 or 2 instances of her vomiting.
And what was the pace before then?
Pretty much daily or every other day.
Right. So
we were at a high rate.
So would you say it's 50% better?
I think it's a little more than better.
Okay.
Actually,
like 60, 60, 70%?
Maybe 70, 80 actually.
70, 80% better from the last Doug Tug. So we're about to do it now. So I'm going to come in close. I'm on this finger. Got it. That was the Doug Tug. Let's see if we can get you to calm down one more time, because we want to end the video on rest and calming. So let's see, we did the front left. We did the Atlas.
Yep.
I did the TMJ. I did the, that reflex, also known as the Doug Tug. And what else did we do? We did a little bit of the sacral base posterior. Here's something else. You know, some people go, why don't you do everything? You can't do everything on a human or an animal. You have to know when to stop. So you do as much as you can. You collect as much kisses as you can, because that's why we do this, right? And then we back off. Then you let them live their life a little bit, and then you come recheck them. So I'm going to try to get back in 2 weeks. You know, this is very difficult when I'm talking and you're licking me and going crazy, okay? So I'm going to try to come back in 2 weeks. And right now, this will either be a good video or a bad video with you kissing so much. What do you think of that? All right. So let's put her on the floor for a second and see if that was a good idea. First of all, I'm going to hold your hips a little bit before I let go. I'm being a sling. Now, you probably smell horses because I've just been working with horses this past week. Okay.
Do you notice that even when you're holding her, as opposed to other times, she's more stable?
Yeah. All right, we don't need biting right now. Can you push her? Okay, now I'm going to let go. Ready, Nuggets? So it'd be interesting to see with your wheelchair. You should probably have time on the wheelchair and time off the wheelchair.
Yes.
So that she still develops her own balance coordination and works on that constantly.
Yep.
But then also has playtime in the wheelchair so she can really motor around and enjoy that as well.
We also have a custom sling coming.
Oh, good. And people ask questions about water therapy. Do you have access to that, or?
So I actually did a lot of water therapy with Neutron until he outgrew the tub, essentially. But the one thing, I guess, concern I have about doing it at this point is I feel like she doesn't have enough like head stability.
Right.
And you know, there are life jackets that do kind of like support the head, but I don't feel like she's at the point where I can safely do it.
Okay, and people are going to just have to trust Jennifer, because everybody has their opinions. Oh, how many opinions come through that comment section? And just think, you know, how much can you do? Well, comes a point where you're doing too much and you have too many chefs in the kitchen. So you also have to trust Jennifer and her rescue partner, Christina. Christina's the founder, but they both are very experienced in working with these special needs dogs. And, you know, and they're doing as much as they possibly can. And each case is different, right?
Every case is different.
All right. So thank you. And Nugget, why don't you say goodbye to everybody at this point? All right, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And we're going to keep doing these. So listen, leave a comment. Nugget reads all the comments. So please talk to Nugget through the comment section and support this. Share it with your friends. Let people know about Nugget's journey. And then that would be nice to leave a comment and tell us what you think of Nugget. All right. Bye, everyone.
Everything besides playing the quarterback position for the Jets, and that will be most important. But let's talk about playing, and particularly playing in this new offense they will have. How do you like the fit? Well, I love the fit. I can understand why Joe Douglas fell in love with him, because when he hired Robert Saleh, he knew Robert Saleh was going to hire Mike McCoy.
Mommy's good girl. Who's Mommy's good girl? Yes. Who's the Nug Nug? Oh, yes. Who's Mommy's Nug Nug? Oh, yes. Hi. Hi, baby. Look at the fish. Look at the fish.